She looked the judge in the eye and said he hurt and abused her. His girlfriend, the woman he was going to marry. She lied. 3 years. That's what the judge gave Marcus. 3 years in prison for something he didn't do. He lost his job, his reputation. Everyone he knew believed her, and she never came to visit, not once. But Marcus had 3 years to think. 3 years to plan what he'd do when he got out. And when they opened those gates, he didn't go home. He went straight to her. But there was something he didn't know. And by the time he found out, something went wrong. The prison gates swung open. Marcus walked out. 3 years older, harder. No one was there to pick him up. He didn't care. He pulled a crumpled piece of paper from his pocket. An address. Her address. He'd memorized it 2 years ago. The bus ride took 40 minutes. Marcus didn't look out the window. He didn't think about freedom. He thought about her face, the way she'd looked at him in court, crying, shaking, lying. Marcus stood outside her apartment building. Same building, different floor. She'd moved up. He climbed the stairs. His legs felt heavy. Not from exhaustion, from something else. He reached her door. Apartment 4C. He knocked. Silence. He knocked again. Footsteps. The door opened. She was there. She looked the same. Older maybe, but the same. She didn't look surprised. She just looked at him. Then she said, "I knew you'd come." Marcus stepped inside without asking. She didn't stop him. The apartment was small, clean. A couch, a table, a window overlooking the street. She closed the door behind him. Marcus turned to face her. He opened his mouth, then closed it. He didn't know where to start. She waited. Finally, he said, 3 years. She nodded. "I know. You destroyed my life." She didn't flinch. "I saved it." Marcus stared at her. "What?" "You heard me. You sent me to prison." "Yes." "You lied under oath." "Yes." "And you think that saved me?" She took a breath. "You never asked who made me." Marcus froze. "What?" "You never asked who made me lie." "You're saying someone forced you?" She didn't answer. Marcus stepped closer. "Who?" She looked at him. Her eyes were tired. "It doesn't matter anymore. It matters to me. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Try me." She walked to the door, opened it. "If you want answers, you'll have to earn them." Marcus didn't move. "What does that mean?" "It means you're not ready to hear them yet." She stood there, holding the door open, waiting. Marcus looked at her. He wanted to yell. He wanted to grab her. He wanted to demand the truth. But something in her face stopped him. She wasn't afraid. She wasn't apologizing. She was just resigned. Marcus walked to the door, stopped in front of her. "This isn't over." "I know." He left. She closed the door behind him. Marcus stood in the hallway. His hands were shaking, not from anger, from something else. He pressed his back against the wall, tried to breathe. She wasn't running. She wasn't hiding. She was waiting. That meant something. That meant she still cared. And if she still cared, he could use that. The plan formed slowly, like ice spreading across glass. If she wouldn't explain, he'd make her pay a different way. 2 weeks passed. Marcus showed up at her work, a small office building downtown. He waited outside, leaning against the wall, hands in his pockets. When she walked out, she saw him. She stopped, then kept walking. He followed. "Dinner," he said. She didn't slow down. "Why?" "You said I had to earn answers." "And you think dinner will do that?" "I think it's a start." She stopped walking, turned to face him. "Fine. But I picked the place." The restaurant was quiet. A corner booth, low lighting, soft music playing in the background. Marcus sat across from her. She was picking at her napkin. Old habit. She used to do that when she was nervous. He remembered. She looked up. "Why are you really here, Marcus?" I told you, I want answers. Liar. He almost smiled. Then why did you agree to come? She paused. I don't know. Marcus leaned back. Do you ever think about it? Before? She looked down. Every day. Me too. He was lying. She didn't know that. She took a sip of water. What do you want from me? I want to understand. Understand what? Why you did it. She set the glass down. I told you. I saved you. From what? She didn't answer. Marcus reached across the table, took her hand. She didn't pull away. I spent 3 years hating you, he said. I know. But I never stopped thinking about you. Her eyes filled with tears. Marcus, I'm not saying I forgive you. I'm saying I want to try. She stared at him. Try what? To understand, to move forward, to see if there's anything left. She pulled her hand back. You don't mean that. I do. He didn't. But she wanted to believe him. He could see it in her face. They started seeing each other. Coffee in the mornings, walks in the park, dinners at quiet restaurants. She asked him once, "What are we doing?" He said, "I don't know. Does it matter?" She didn't ask again. 6 months passed. Marcus was patient. He'd learned patience in prison. He rebuilt his routines, started working again, freelance consulting. The money came slowly at first, then faster. He was good at what he did. He'd always been good. She noticed. You're doing well, she said one night. They were at his apartment. Small place, 1 bedroom. But it was his. I'm trying, he said. I'm proud of you. He looked at her. She meant it. That's when he knew. She still loved him. It was winter when he asked her. Snow was falling. He took her to the park where they'd had their first date. Years ago, before everything broke. Do you remember this place? He asked. She smiled. Of course. I thought about this place every day I was inside. Her smile faded. Marcus, I thought about you. He dropped to one knee. She gasped. Marry me. Tears streamed down her face. Marcus, I know what you did. I know you lied. But I need to know why. And I can't move forward unless I try. So marry me. Help me understand. Help me heal. She was sobbing now. Yes. He slipped the ring on her finger. She hugged him. He closed his eyes, felt nothing. Later that night, Marcus was alone in his car, staring at the empty ring box. He opened his phone, typed a note to himself. Phase 1 complete. He stared at it for a long time, then deleted it. Started the engine. Drove home. They married 3 months later. City Hall, small ceremony. Her friend was there, 1 witness. Marcus invited no one. I don't have anyone anymore, he told her. She squeezed his hand. You have me? He didn't squeeze back. The officiant pronounced them married. She kissed him. He kissed her back. It felt like practice. A year passed. Marcus closed his biggest deal yet. A glass conference room, expensive suits, a contract on the table. His business partner smiled. This is the biggest deal we've closed in 5 years. Marcus nodded. I know. You're back, Marcus. For real this time? Marcus's phone buzzed. A text from her. Can't wait to see you tonight? He read it, deleted it. His partner looked at him. Everything okay? Yeah. Everything's perfect. Marcus drove home, rehearsing. I love you. I can't wait to meet our son. He said it out loud. Again. Again. Until it sounded real. Marcus walked into their apartment. She was sitting on the couch holding something. He set his briefcase down. What is it? She looked up, handed him a pregnancy test. 2 lines. Marcus stared at it. Are you happy? She asked. He looked up, smiled. Are you kidding? This is amazing. He hugged her. She started crying. I was so nervous. Why? I don't know, I didn't know if you were ready. I'm ready. He held her. She couldn't see his face. Later that night, Marcus locked himself in the bathroom, stared at the mirror. His reflection stared back. He whispered, "It's working." 8 months later, she was huge, swollen ankles, tired eyes, but happy. Marcus came home one evening with a brochure. She was on the couch, feet propped up. He sat next to her. "I've been thinking," Marcus said. She looked at him. "About what?" "A baby moon, before everything changes." She smiled. "Where?" Marcus handed her the brochure. "Somewhere quiet. Just us." She flipped through it. Pictures of white sand, turquoise water, private villas. "This looks expensive." "We can afford it." "Can I even fly?" "I checked with the doctor. You're cleared." She laughed. "You already checked?" "I wanted to surprise you." She kissed him. "You're amazing." Marcus kissed her back. "I love you," he said. He'd practiced that line 1,000 times. It sounded perfect. They landed 3 days later. Remote island. No tourists. Just water and sand and sky. She was exhausted, leaning on Marcus as they walked to the villa. "This is beautiful," she said. "I wanted it to be perfect." The villa was isolated. No neighbors for miles. A private beach. An infinity pool overlooking the ocean. She stood on the balcony, hand on her belly. "I can't believe this is real," she said. Marcus stood behind her. "Neither can I." That night, she fell asleep early, exhausted from the flight. Marcus sat on the balcony, staring at the ocean. He'd packed a separate bag, hidden in the closet. Passport, money, phone, everything he needed. He looked back at her. She was curled on her side, one hand on her belly. Even in sleep, she was protecting their son. Marcus watched her for a long time. Then he looked back at the ocean. Tomorrow. Tomorrow he'd leave. Morning came. Marcus woke before her. The sun was just rising. He got dressed quietly, grabbed the hidden bag from the closet, checked it one more time. Passport, money, phone. All there. He looked at her, still asleep. Her face was peaceful. He walked to the bed, stood over her, just watching. She didn't stir. Marcus reached out, almost touched her hair, then stopped. He pulled his hand back, walked to the kitchen, left a note on the counter. Then he left. She woke up 2 hours later. The bed was empty. She called out, "Marcus?" No answer. She sat up slowly, belly heavy. "Marcus?" Still nothing. She stood, walked to the bathroom. Empty. Checked the balcony. Empty. Her heart started racing. She walked to the kitchen, saw the note, picked it up, read it. Her hand started shaking. The note said, "You wanted to know why I came back. Now you do. Goodbye." She dropped the note, opened her phone. No signal. She ran to her purse, dumped it on the counter. Her wallet was there. She opened it. Empty. All her cash. Gone. She checked for her passport. Gone. She ran back to the bedroom, tore through the drawers. Marcus's things. Gone. All of it. Gone. She stood in the middle of the room, breathing hard. One hand on her belly. The baby kicked. She looked down, whispered, "No, no, no, no." She tried the door. It wasn't locked. She ran outside. The villa was on a cliff. Ocean on 3 sides. A dirt road leading inland. She ran down it, barefoot, pregnant, desperate. The road went on for miles. She made it maybe half a mile before she had to stop. Couldn't breathe. Couldn't run anymore. She sank to the ground. Dust on her hands and knees. She stayed there for a long time. Hours passed. She walked back to the villa, slower this time, defeated. She sat on the couch, stared at the wall. The sun moved across the sky. She didn't move, didn't cry, didn't scream. She just sat, 9 months pregnant, alone, in a country where she knew no one, where no one knew her. Marcus landed back home. 14 hours of flying, 2 layovers. He took a cab to his apartment, the one he'd kept, the one she didn't know about. He unlocked the door, walked inside, set his bag down. The apartment was exactly as he'd left it. Clean, empty. His. He walked to the kitchen, poured a drink. Whiskey. Neat. Raised the glass. "To freedom," he said, drank it. It tasted like nothing. That night, Marcus couldn't sleep. He lay in bed staring at the ceiling, tried to feel something, relief, satisfaction, victory, but there was nothing, just emptiness. He closed his eyes, saw her face, the way she'd looked at him on the balcony, happy, trusting. He opened his eyes, stared at the ceiling again. Hours passed. He didn't sleep. Day 2. Marcus went to a bar. Needed to be around people, needed noise. He ordered whiskey. A man sat next to him, someone from before prison. Old friend. The man looked at him. "Marcus? Holy shit, man. Where have you been?" Marcus didn't look at him. "Around." "I heard you got out. I heard you got married, too." Marcus drank. "Yeah." "Where's your wife?" Marcus paused. "She's visiting family." "Which side? Hers or yours?" "Hers." The man stared at him. "You look like hell, man." Marcus set the glass down. "I'm fine." "You sure? Because you look like—" Marcus stood, threw cash on the bar. "I have to go." He walked out. The man watched him leave, confused, concerned. Marcus got in his car, hands gripping the wheel. He was breathing hard, couldn't catch his breath. He pulled over, opened his phone. No messages. He opened the text thread with her, scrolled up. The last message was from her, sent the morning he left. "I love you. Be safe. Can't wait to start this next chapter with you." Marcus stared at it. His hands started shaking. He threw the phone. It hit the dashboard, screen cracked. He punched the steering wheel, once, twice, 3 times. His knuckles bled. He didn't care. Marcus drove. Didn't know where, just drove. Hours passed. The sun set. He ended up at the park, the place where he'd proposed. He parked, got out, walked to the bench where they'd sat. He sat down, stared at the empty space next to him. "What did I do?" he whispered. No one answered. "What on earth did I do?" He stayed there until midnight, then drove home, walked inside, locked the door, sat on the floor, back against the wall. He pulled out his phone. The screen was cracked, but it still worked. He opened a browser, searched for flights back to the island. The next one left in 6 hours. He stared at the screen, finger hovering over Book Now. He closed his eyes, saw her face again. The way she'd looked at him in court, crying, lying. The way she'd looked at him at dinner, hopeful. The way she'd looked at him on the balcony, happy. He opened his eyes, pressed Book Now. The flight felt longer than the first. Marcus didn't sleep, didn't eat, just stared out the window, watching clouds pass. His mind was screaming. What was he doing? Why was he going back? He didn't have an answer. He just knew he had to. Marcus landed, took a cab to the villa. It was late afternoon. The sun was low, golden light on the water. He paid the driver, walked to the door. It was unlocked. He pushed it open. She was sitting on the couch, same spot as before, still in the same clothes. She looked up, saw him. No surprise in her eyes, just exhaustion. She said, "You came back." Marcus dropped his bag. He couldn't finish. She stood slowly, one hand on her belly, the other on the couch for balance. She walked toward him, stopped a few feet away. "Why?" she asked. Marcus's face crumpled. "I don't know." "Liar," she said. "I'm not—" "You always know, Marcus. You always have a plan." His hands were shaking. "I can't—" "You can't what?" "I can't do this." "Do what?" "Hate you." She stared at him. "But you do." "I did," Marcus said. His voice broke. I spent 3 years hating you. I spent the last year planning this. I wanted to destroy you. I wanted you to feel what I felt. She didn't move. He kept going. But when I left, he stopped, tried to breathe. When I left, I felt nothing. And that scared me more than hating you ever did. She took a step closer. Marcus, why did you do it? He asked. His voice was raw now, desperate. Why did you lie? Why did you send me to prison? She took a breath. I told you. I saved you. From what? From who? She looked at him, really looked at him. Then she said, Your father. Marcus froze. What? Your father, she said again. Marcus shook his head. I haven't talked to my father in years. I know. Then what does he have to do with this? She walked to the couch, sat down slowly. Marcus followed, stood in front of her. She looked up at him. Do you remember that dinner? The one with your father's business partners? Marcus thought back. The Russians? She nodded. I was in the bathroom. I heard them talking. Talking about what? A shipment and a name. What name? It doesn't matter. What matters is I recognized it. From the news. Marcus's face went pale. What are you saying? I'm saying when I came out, your father looked at me, and I knew. Knew what? That he knew I heard. Marcus sat down next to her. What did he do? She turned to face him. He pulled me aside, asked me what I heard. I lied, said nothing. And? He didn't believe me. Her hands were shaking now. Marcus reached for them. She let him. He told me, she continued, if I stayed with you, he'd have to send you overseas to clean up a mess. A mess that tied back to what I heard. Marcus stared at her. He said that? Word for word. Why didn't you tell me? Because you would have gone anyway, she said. Marcus opened his mouth, closed it. She was right. He would have. He said you'd do it because you'd want to prove yourself, because that's who you are. And if you went... Her voice broke. If you went, you wouldn't come back. Marcus couldn't speak. She kept going. He said I was a witness, and witnesses are liabilities. So he made you lie. He gave me a choice, she said. What choice? Disappear, or watch you die. Silence. Marcus stared at her. Everything was rewriting in his mind. The accusation, the trial, the silence, all of it. To save him. She kept talking. I chose to make sure no one would ever believe me about anything, including him. You sent me to prison. 3 years in prison was better than you being dead. Marcus's vision blurred. He was crying. She wasn't. She'd already cried all her tears. You could have told me, Marcus whispered. After. You wouldn't have believed me. You would have confronted him. So? So you'd be dead. Marcus shook his head. I spent 3 years hating you. I know. I wanted to destroy you. I know. I almost did. I know. He looked at her, really looked at her. Her face was tired but calm. She'd been carrying this alone for years. I'm sorry, Marcus said. She shook her head. Don't. I'm so sorry. Marcus. She winced, grabbed her belly. Marcus's eyes went wide. What? What is it? She looked down. Water had pooled on the floor. She looked back up at him. It's time. Marcus jumped to his feet. Okay, we need to go. She grabbed his hand. Marcus! I know, hospital. We need to get you to a hospital. There isn't one. Marcus froze. What? She breathed through another contraction. The nearest hospital is 2 hours away, on the mainland. Then we'll get there. Marcus, I can't... Another contraction, stronger this time. She gripped his hand hard. Marcus knelt in front of her. Breathe, just breathe. She did, slowly. The contraction passed. She looked at him. We're not going to make it. Yes, we are. Marcus! We're going to make it, he said again. His voice was firm now, steady. I'm not losing you. I'm not losing him. Do you hear me? She nodded. Okay. He helped her stand. Marcus half carried her to the car. The villa had one, an old Jeep. He'd seen it when they arrived. He opened the passenger door, helped her inside. She was breathing hard. He ran around, got in the driver's seat, started the engine. It coughed, sputtered, then roared to life. Marcus drove. The road was rough, dirt and gravel. Every bump made her wince. Marcus kept one hand on the wheel, the other holding hers. Talk to me, Marcus said. About what? Anything. Just stay with me. She squeezed his hand. I never stopped loving you, she said. Marcus's throat tightened. I know. Even when you hated me, even when you left me here. I'm sorry. I know. Another contraction. She gasped. Marcus pressed the accelerator. They made it to the ferry dock. 40 minutes. The ferry was there. An old boat. Rusted sides. A man was untying the ropes. Marcus honked, leaned out the window. Wait! My wife, she's in labor! The man looked up, saw her in the passenger seat. He waved them on. Marcus drove onto the ferry. The man secured the Jeep, then came to the window. How far apart are the contractions? The man asked. 5 minutes, she said. The man nodded. We'll get you there. The ferry ride took 30 minutes, felt like hours. Marcus stayed in the car with her, holding her hand, timing contractions. 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Marcus, she said, I'm here. If something happens, nothing's going to happen. But if it does, it won't. She looked at him. I need you to know something. What? I would do it again. All of it. To save you. Marcus's eyes filled with tears. I know. The ferry docked. Marcus drove off fast. The hospital was small, rural, but it had a maternity ward. Marcus pulled up to the entrance, ran inside. I need help! My wife! She's in labor! 2 nurses came running, a wheelchair. They got her inside. Marcus followed. She grabbed his hand. Don't leave! Marcus shook his head. I'm not going anywhere. 6 hours. That's how long it took. 6 hours of contractions, of breathing, of pushing. Marcus stayed the entire time, holding her hand, wiping her forehead, whispering to her, You're doing great! Just a little more. I'm here. I'm right here. And then, a cry, small, sharp, piercing. The doctor held up the baby. It's a boy! Marcus stared, couldn't breathe, couldn't speak. The doctor placed the baby on her chest. She was crying, laughing, looking down at their son. He's perfect, she whispered. Marcus nodded. He is. Later, she was asleep, exhausted. The baby was in a bassinet next to the bed. Marcus sat in a chair watching them both. A nurse came in. Would you like to hold him? She asked. Marcus hesitated. I don't know how. The nurse smiled. I'll show you. She picked up the baby, placed him in Marcus's arms. Support his head. Like that. Perfect. She left. Marcus looked down. The baby's eyes were closed, tiny fists curled, so small, so fragile. Marcus felt something break inside him, not in a bad way, in a necessary way. He whispered, I'm sorry I almost left you. The baby didn't respond, just breathed, small, steady. Marcus kept talking. Your mom saved my life? Did you know that? Silence. She gave up everything. For me. His voice cracked. And I almost destroyed her for it. He looked at her, still sleeping. I don't deserve her. I don't deserve you. The baby's hand moved, opened, closed around Marcus's finger. Marcus stared. The grip was strong, instinctive. He looked down at his son. But I'm going to try, every day, for the rest of my life. I'm going to try. 2 days later. They were discharged. Marcus drove them home, not to the villa, to a hotel on the mainland, somewhere safe, somewhere clean. She was in the back seat holding the baby. Marcus kept glancing in the rearview mirror. You okay? He asked. She smiled. I'm okay. And him? He's perfect. Marcus nodded, kept driving. That night. The baby was asleep in a portable crib. She was in bed, propped up on pillows. Still sore, still tired. Marcus sat on the edge of the bed. "We need to talk," he said. She looked at him. "About what?" "About what happens next." "What do you mean?" Marcus took a breath. "Your father. He's still out there. He's still a threat." She looked down. "I know." "What did he say to you? Exactly?" She thought back. "He said if I stayed with you, he'd send you to handle a situation overseas. Something dangerous, something that could get you killed. And you think he meant it?" "I know he meant it." Marcus nodded. "Then we can't go back. Not yet." "Go back where?" "Home, the city, anywhere he can find us." She looked at the baby. "What are we supposed to do?" Marcus reached for her hand. "We disappear. For a while. Until I figure out how to handle him." "How long?" "I don't know. A year, maybe 2. She looked at him. "You think he'll forget?" "No, but I think I can build something he can't touch." "Like what?" "A life. A real one. Away from him. Away from all of it." She was quiet for a long time. Then she said, "Okay." Marcus looked at her. "Okay?" She nodded. "If it keeps us safe. If it keeps him safe." She looked at the baby. "Then okay." Marcus squeezed her hand. "I love you," he said. This time he meant it. She smiled. "I know." 2 weeks later. They were in a small apartment, a different country. Not the island, not home, somewhere in between. Temporary, but safe. Marcus was holding the baby, trying to get him to take a bottle. The baby was fussy, crying. Marcus was bad at this, but he was trying. She walked in from the bedroom. "You okay?" she asked. Marcus looked up. "Yeah, we're good." She smiled, walked over, kissed the top of the baby's head, then Marcus's. "I'm going to make some tea. You want some?" "Sure." She walked to the kitchen. Marcus looked down at his son. "We're going to be okay," he whispered. The baby stopped crying, looked up at him, big eyes, curious. Marcus smiled. "Yeah, we're going to be okay." His phone rang. Marcus froze. The number was unknown. He stared at it, almost didn't answer, but something made him. He picked up. "Hello?" Silence. Then a voice. Low, familiar. "Marcus." Marcus's blood went cold. "Who is this?" "You know who this is?" Marcus stood, walked to the window, away from her. "What do you want?" The voice chuckled. "It's been a long time." "Not long enough. I heard congratulations are in order. A son. How wonderful." Marcus's grip tightened on the phone. "How did you—" "I know a lot of things, Marcus. That's what I do." Marcus's jaw clenched. "If you touch them, relax. I'm not calling to threaten you." "Then why are you calling?" "We need to talk." "I don't have anything to say to you." "Not to me," the voice said. "About your father." Marcus froze. "What about him?" "He's been looking for you. Did you know that?" "I don't care." "You should." "Why?" "Because he knows about her. He knows about the baby." Marcus's stomach dropped. "How?" "He has resources, Marcus. More than you realize." Marcus turned, looked at her in the kitchen. She was smiling, humming, making tea, oblivious. "What does he want?" Marcus asked. The voice paused. "That's what we need to talk about." "Who is this?" "A friend. Someone who wants to help." "I don't need your help." "You will." The line went dead. Marcus lowered the phone. His hands were shaking. She walked back in, holding 2 mugs of tea. "Who was that?" she asked. Marcus looked at her, forced a smile. "Wrong number." She set the tea down. Looked at him, really looked at him. "Marcus." "I'm fine." "You're lying." He opened his mouth, closed it. She walked over, took his hand. "What's wrong?" Marcus looked at the baby, sleeping now, peaceful. He looked back at her. "I don't know yet," he said, "but I'm going to figure it out." She squeezed his hand. "We'll figure it out." Marcus nodded. Yeah, but he knew, deep down, this wasn't over. Somewhere else, a different city. A man in a dark suit sat in a leather chair. A phone in his hand, he set it down, looked out the window, at the skyline, glittering, cold. He smiled, picked up another phone, dialed. Someone answered. "It's done," the man said. "He knows." A voice on the other end, deep, authoritative. "Good. Now we wait." The man nodded. "And if he doesn't come?" The voice chuckled. "He will. He always does." The line went dead. The man set the phone down, stood, walked to the window, stared out at the city. Back in the apartment. Marcus was still holding his son. She was sitting next to him, head on his shoulder. "What are you thinking about?" she asked. Marcus didn't answer right away. Then he said, "How much I have to lose." She lifted her head, looked at him. "Marcus, I spent 3 years hating you," he said. "I spent a year trying to destroy you. And now," he looked at the baby, "now I have everything. And I'm terrified I'm going to lose it." She took his face in her hands. "You won't. You don't know that. I do. Because we're not alone anymore. We have each other. We have him." Marcus looked at her. "What if that's not enough?" "It will be," she said. "It has to be." Marcus wanted to believe her. He really did. But somewhere, in the back of his mind, he could still hear the voice. "We need to talk about your father." The baby stirred, made a small sound. Marcus looked down. "Hey," he whispered. "It's okay. I'm here." The baby settled. Marcus kept rocking him, slowly, gently. She watched them, smiled. "You're good at this," she said. Marcus shook his head. "I'm learning." That's the same thing. Outside. The sun was setting, casting long shadows across the room. Marcus stood, walked to the window, still holding his son. Looked out at the city. Unfamiliar streets, unfamiliar faces. Safety. For now. He turned back. She was watching him. "What?" he asked. "Nothing," she said. "I'm just glad you came back." Marcus walked over, sat down next to her. "Me too." They sat in silence, the baby between them, breathing, living, theirs. Marcus's phone buzzed, a text, from the unknown number. He opened it. It said, "Some debts don't disappear. They just wait." Marcus stared at the screen, then deleted the message. Set the phone down. She looked at him. "Everything okay?" Marcus nodded. Yeah. He was lying. But he'd get good at it. For now. For them. He'd do whatever it took. Far away, in a mansion on a hill, an older man sat at a desk, silver hair, sharp suit, cold eyes, a photo on the desk. Marcus, younger, smiling, before everything. The man picked up the photo, stared at it, then set it down, opened a file, read through it. Names, dates, locations. He closed the file, leaned back, smiled. "Come home, son," he whispered. "It's time." Back in the apartment. Marcus was still sitting with her, the baby asleep in his arms. "What are you going to name him?" she asked. Marcus thought, looked down at his son. "I don't know yet. Something strong." "Like what?" "Like something that means new beginning." She smiled. "I like that." Marcus smiled back. For the first time in 3 years, it felt real. But somewhere, in the dark, a clock was ticking, counting down, to something inevitable, something unavoidable. Marcus didn't know it yet, but he would, soon. The baby opened his eyes, looked up at Marcus. Marcus looked back. "I won't let anything happen to you," Marcus whispered. "I promise." The baby blinked, then closed his eyes again, trusting, innocent, unaware. And somewhere, a phone rang, a man answered. "Is it done?" Not yet. When? Soon. Make sure of it. The line went dead. Marcus stood, walked to the window again, holding his son. The city stretched out below, lights flickering on, one by one, like stars. He whispered, "Whatever's coming, I'll be ready." If this ending hit you, comment "satisfied" so I know you felt it too. And if you want to see what happens next, comment part 2. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one and subscribe.